Do you remember all of a couple of days ago when Dave Rubin came out and announced that the
birds and the bees have been busy.
The birds and the bees have been busy. And he and his husband both, I guess that they had their sperm was fertilized eggs that were then implanted in two different surrogate women.
Yes.
Correct? Mm-hmm. And they both wanted to have their own sperm. And I'm not, the
eggs are both from the same donor as well.
Right. Okay. Right. Eggs are from the same donor. They had their own sperm. They wanted, and I don't know if they were just like gambling and seeing how many kids can we get out of this? But they got two coming. And, long time ago, I had said, at one point, Glenn Beck's fans are going to realize that Dave Rubin's actually married to a man. And that's going to be a problem. I never anticipated that Rubin and his husband would have two kids almost at the same time. And I got to tell you,
it's a lot for Glenn Beck's audience to handle.
I'm just saying, generally, I would not recommend that to anybody who wants to do a YouTube show. And certainly not if my husband or my wife was the producer and we're going to get two kids in one day, forget about it. We're done. But that's not what this is about.
No.
This is about Dave Rubin's fans finding out and losing their shite. And so immediately, huddle. What are we going to do? Glenn, I think you could have Dave on there and model for people how they can not watch him anymore because we have a contract with him. Here it is.
I get why the right has these, what I would argue are often legitimate fears, because the left does not stop eating civilization.
Correct.
And think about what an unfortunate position that puts us in, because then someone like me can make an announcement like this, then good, decent, thoughtful conservatives, some of faith, maybe some not of faith, whatever it is, could reach out and say, boy, this is what an interesting opportunity. And sure, it's a little different and whatever, all the love that you and the Blaze guys and everyone else are giving me.
Oh.
And then there's this other part that's legit, which is,
correct.
If we move the line, they're going to keep going. And I don't know what the answer to that is.
Pause it for 1 second. Wait. They are so flustered by the reaction. He's saying that conservatives, have right to, because the left is eating civilization.
Right. So they're extra touchy, or they have their defenses up, and so that's why they might be going after Dave.
Yeah, but I'm not the left, so I know how not to move the line too far. So just let me move it just a little bit and tolerate me moving it, please.
I mean,
no. The
idea, and for Glenn Beck's audience, that the line you want to move, that is eating civilization, as they're concerned. Dave is just deluding himself if he genuinely believes this.
It's mother father fundamentalism.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The replies.
Oh my God. The whole point why they're against two men marrying is for this very reason. They don't want, and I mean,
it's the content, not the form.
Exactly.
Right?
you got Laura Ingraham talking about teachers grooming.
Yeah.
The whole, in his state, the reason why, if you have kids under the, younger than third grade, that you as a teacher cannot mention the fact that you are gay is because they're afraid that you're going to get indoctrinated while at school. I mean, does Dave Rubin think that these people who watch Glenn Beck don't think that these kids are going to be indoctrinated? Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Exactly. They've set it up to where any two dads that would want to do this are basically grooming their children.
Even one dad who's going to come out and say, I'm gay, but for the sake of you children, so I don't groom you, I no longer deal with my husband anymore.
Yeah, but Dave thought he could be one of the good ones. That's what he thought he could position himself as.
That's right. And this is what I got to say.
Remember Trump? Remember what Trump said?
Yeah, remember when Trump said he didn't care?
He's a gay.
Hey, everybody, remember?
That other daughter, I don't remember her name. She did the LGBT whatever rally, right?
I mean,
Tatiana?
I have some sympathy for Dave insofar as I think maybe I'm being a little too charitable, but I think he must be having a moment where he's realizing like, oh my God,
I've made a horrible mistake.
Yes.
He's either realizing like, oh my God, I've been absolutely wrong in every assessment I've made in most of my life, or he's thinking like, damn it, I told you we shouldn't have kids.
Yes, I was right. I was
We're
totally
going to
right.
threaten my income.
He played this so wrong. If he just didn't tell anybody, he would have been fine. But he chose to. He
then he could be like
likes
apologetic about it. He could be like, we wanted kids, but I didn't want to like put it forward as a model. He could have been like,
I know it's the wrong thing to do, but we did it anyways. We couldn't help ourselves.
The heart wants what it wants.
The heart wants what it wants, and I have gone to pray about it away, and now I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll put up the kids for adoption.
I wonder if we get any right-wing gay people that are gonna be like, he shouldn't. We support gay marriage, but having kids is just one stone.
I'm ready for it. You play this. Keep going.
I honestly don't, because that has nothing to do with me and how I'm going to live my life.
Go back. I want to just pick it up a little bit.
Interesting opportunity, and sure, it's a little different, and whatever, all the love that you and the Blaze guys and everyone else are giving me. And then there's
Sucking
this other part that's legit, which is, if we move the line, they're going to keep going. And I don't know what the answer to that is.
Dave.
I honestly don't, because that has nothing to do with me and how I'm going to live my life.
I think, and this is why I wanted to have you on, because I don't have an answer. I am, you know me, I'm a deeply religious man, and my religion says man and a woman
into combat.
That is the basic building block of family. We're probably the clearest church on this, because it's been in our doctrine for
Wait, can you pause
200
it? I'm sorry. Can you go back? You said man is the basic building block of family. I apologize. I just want to make sure I heard that right.
I think he said man and woman.
Okay, just let's see.
Also, did he join the French Foreign Legion? Or I don't understand what he's wearing there. He's got an American flag. So is there an American Foreign Legion?
Yeah, it looks like a yellow sort of sweater and a green polo.
And
then
also
looks
he's
like
going to war.
It also looks like it was his dad's uniform, because he ain't fitting in it much.
No, that's why he can't button it closed. But he does have the Glenn Greenwald style of weird colored sweater and then weird colored undershirt.
And that's why I wanted you on, Dave, because we're afraid this is going to burn down our entire enterprise here, and I have to toe the line to make it look like I am not in any way condoning this.
Yeah, I need to get some jabs in here somehow.
And I love the fact that Rubin actually thinks he can get away with saying with these people, like, I'm going to hold the line. Dude, you got married to a guy, and then you took the next step, which was you're going to have kids. Like, I don't know where you pushed the line from there.
No, well, they can justify his marrying a guy being like, it's a personal choice, right? Like, but then when it comes into indoctrinating those precious children into your lifestyle,
at the very least,
don't multiply.
There's going to be two kids who, at the very least, are going to buy into this idea that two men can be parents, and that's. All
right, sorry for pausing it. Yeah, keep going.
Man and a woman. That is the basic building block of family. We're probably the clearest church on this, because it's been in our doctrine for 200 years. So we're very clear on that. But that's marriage and relationships, and that's what I believe. But I also am. I also know God created you just like he created me, flaws and all. I believe I have a gene, they've never found it, that makes me very susceptible to alcoholism, because it runs in my family. So does craziness, but it runs in my family. The same thing with things that I don't understand. And if we can't have a conversation about things that we don't necessarily understand, and probably won't until we get to the other side, we have to just work it out together and be able to say, Dave, I disagree, or I don't know what the answer is, but I love you.
This is unbelievable. First off, yes, Matt made the point that Beck has compared either Rubin's being gay or Rubin's desire to be in love and be gay, or desire to frankly be loving with kids and have kids, as to be functionally as problematic as being an alcoholic. Like, you can't help it, Dave, that you've been afflicted with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's an affliction to him. One that is really dangerous. And actually, you know, I mean, Beck is an alcoholic. You know, they say in the program, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. But he's abstaining. So why can't Dave? Why can't Dave abstain from this?
Do the Milo model. And it would be much better for Beck's business model if he did the Milo model.
Without a doubt.
Nah.
But it's also like, I mean, you know, Beck's people also, I think, you know, because I'm going to try and see this from everybody's perspective. Beck's people, like, the idea that he doesn't know. Well, if it's doctrine of the church, dude, you know, it's evil. It's pure evil. And now I'm just giving the perspective of Beck's fans.
Many commenters.
And how do I know this is the perspective? Because I've read it. They've said it. They've said it over and over and over again. And, am I overjoyed at this? Yeah, I am. But more importantly, I think it's fascinating. I think this is one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen.
Yes.
Because I don't think that we have a model for this. I mean, I said this the other day, Jim Baker having affairs and this and that the pastor from Colorado turned out to be, like hiring gay prostitutes. He resigned. He had to step down, but it was, there was also like a lot of poppers involved in this. Like, I gotta say, like, Dave Rubin is the most like sort of,
But he's monogamous, it seems.
Monogamous, it seems. I'm assuming he's got no, as far as I can tell, no drug problems or anything like this. He's just like an average dude who got super, super, super lucky and made a living, despite the fact of his limitations on the topics in which he talks about.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like the model guy that the Republicans could accept, it's him. Right? Like, he's wealthy, he's clean cut, he's, polite, he's, a liberal apostate. He's completely deferential to their bigotry, and it's still not going to be enough.
Never.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how much it actually, Beck is right now just thinking like, okay, I need to wall myself off from Dave in some way. I need to inoculate myself from this fallout. If we have to eat Dave's contract for a couple of years, we do that. Whatever. There's an escape route here.
And here's why he's like an alcoholic, as opposed to just, I don't know, it's like a genetic thing, like blue eyes.
I can still love you.
Make it an affliction.
I can love you, Dave, even though you have a horrible illness called gayness, and
that's why I'm benevolent to continue to employ you.
Exactly. But if it starts to chip away at Glenn Beck, because this is a harder thing.
Glenn's got to be defining himself right now too. It
is, and the thing is that this is a harder thing to actually get out of. Like, I mean, they found out that Beck, like, I had a relapse, I got drunk and this and that, and I had an affair, and I forgive me. This is something that Beck is doing in the cold light of day. Are you going to condone this or not? And if you don't condone it, how can you allow him a platform every day to spread this type of, it is fascinating. And I do have more sympathy for Rubin than I would like a Milo Yiannopoulos in this. I don't have a ton, but I do, it is fascinating.
It's like a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. It really
and I feel like, because this is obviously going to have cause tension in the relationship too, like
between him and his husband.
Particularly because he works on the show. Like, none of this is avoidable. They have to confront this.
Yeah, but the thing, and I feel sympathy for him too, but at the same time, this isn't like a gay conservative who grew up in like a town where like he might not know any, like, this is the why I left the left. This guy consciously cultivated this audience. He wanted to be in concert with these people, and these are the consequences of that choice.
That's right.
So, I mean,
but it's also the consequence of him using the fact that he was gay as a club against people. Mm-hmm. Remember what he used to say? Like, I'm for single payer health insurance. And then he realized, like, oh, wait a sec, I can't be both for a smaller government and a single payer health insurance. So he just in that, he's like, how can you say I'm not, a liberal? I'm gay. I'm married to a man, he would say. He deployed that quite a bit as a weapon. And that weapon, it's like that scene, like in like all the fight scenes in the movie where it's like, he takes the knife and he goes forward with it. And then someone grabs it and is like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And that's what's happening right now. And I'm here for it.
These are your friends, Dave. These are your buddies. These are the people.
I understand why they're upset about this. They're nervous that we're going to push the line too far and actually love our children.
What would that be?
It would be the next step on the line would be to him to groom them to be non-binary.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
If he does that, I mean, I guess we just have to guess he's been still on the left. It's all been a massive public performance art.
I cannot wait for him to show up on TYT and go, hey guys.
Actually, you were right.
Actually, Cenk will tell you I have been under deep cover on assignment for 10 years. And found out a lot of things that the stuff that you guys say about the right is true. It is true.
They're a little bit bigoted, and it's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Good to be back. Phew. Okay, guys. Oh, I can't believe it. And those suits I had to wear, and oh God. Do you remember when I said Stefan Molly knew you guys were moderates? Oh God. Oh boy. Anyways, so great to be back here. And
here's my new book, Why I Write the Right. Wait.
I was right, but I was wrong.
There you go.
God. Oh, and folks, listen. If people are like, you're not going to do this, talk about Dave Rubin again.
We redoubled our interest.
This,
oh my God.
This is like a renewal, a resurgence of Dave Rubin content. Yes. We have a whole new pot of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there ever a TV show everyone's like, this is over, and then it just had its like best years after that?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that happened with Ozark. And also Breaking Bad, to be honest with you. I feel like that happened.
This is the new Better Call Saul years.
Mm-hmm.